I am Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft. All right. I am Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft. All right.
A man got lost in a desert and had exhausted all the water he had carried a couple of days ago. He knew for sure that if he didn't get some water, he would certainly die. Although completely exhausted, the man didn't give up hope. He kept walking, looking for some sign of good fortune. Suddenly, he saw a small hut at some distance. Could it be a mirage? He thought. Or maybe just a hallucination? But having no other option left, he edged closer, only to realize that the hut was real. Gathering the last bits of energy left, he dragged his tired body inside the hut, hoping he could find some water. The hut was empty and seemed like it had been abandoned for quite some time. His heart skipped a beat when he saw what was in the hut. A hand pump. Water finally. He was overjoyed. He began working the hand pump, but no water came out. He tried harder and yet harder. No water. Finally, after putting in every bit of energy, he gave up out of exhaustion and frustration and sat down thinking, maybe I'm destined to die out of thirst today. And then, a second ray of hope. He noticed a bottle in one corner of the hut. It was filled with water and corked up to prevent evaporation. He uncorked the bottle, and as he was just about to devour the life-giving water, he noticed a piece of paper attached to it. The handwritten message read, "Use this water to start the pump. Don't forget to fill the bottle when you're done." He was now in a dilemma: to follow the instruction and pour the water into the pump, or ignore it and just drink the water. What if he put the water into the pump and it didn't work? But then, maybe the instruction was correct. Should he risk it? If it turned out to be false, he would be throwing away the last water he would ever see. Have you ever been in a situation like this, where there are only two options and uncertainty about which one will work? What will you do? Which one will you choose? Well, you have to choose one and be willing to bear the consequences that it brings. Many people don't decide because they're fearful of the consequences, and they continue to remain confused in their life. The man decided to take a leap of faith. Hands trembling, he poured the water into the pump, closed his eyes, said a prayer, and started working the pump. He heard a gurgling sound, and water came down, gushing out, way more than he could possibly use. He drank the cool, refreshing water to his heart's content and quenched his thirst. He was going to live. Feeling much better, he looked around the hut and found a pencil and a map of the region. The map showed that he was still far away from civilization, but at least now he knew where he was and in which direction to go next. He filled up his flask for the journey ahead, and as per the instruction on the note, also filled up the bottle and put the cork back in. And before leaving the hut, he added his own lines below the instruction. Believe me, it works. Most of us may not be confronted with a situation like this, where the choice made decides whether we live or die. Yet, We have our own journeys to take and our own choices to make. If the choice we make goes our way, fantastic. We can inspire people by telling them, believe me, it works. And if it doesn't go our way, we can share our mistakes, our experiences, our realizations, and empower people to make their right choices. Thank you.
Good morning. Welcome to Google I/O. I love you guys too. Can't believe it's 1 year already. It's a beautiful day. We're being joined by over 7,000 people, and we are live streaming this as always to over 400 events in 85 countries. Last year was the 10th year since Google I/O started, and so we moved it closer to home at Shoreline, back where it all began. Seems to have gone well. I checked the Wikipedia entry from last year. There were some mentions of sunburn, so we have plenty of sunscreen all around. It's on us. Use it liberally. It's been a very busy year since last year, no different from my 13 years at Google. That's because we've been focused ever more mission of organizing the world's information, and we are doing it for everyone, and we approach it by applying deep computer science and technical insights to solve problems at scale. That approach has served us very, very well. This is what has allowed us to scale up 7 of our most important products and platforms to over 1 billion monthly active users each. And it's not just the scale at which these products are working. Users engage with them very heavily. YouTube not just has over 1 billion users, but every single day, users watch over 1 billion hours of videos on YouTube. Google Maps, every single day, users navigate over 1 billion kilometers with Google Maps. So the scale is inspiring to see, and there are other products approaching the scale. We launched Google Drive 5 years ago, and today it is over 800 million monthly active users. And every single week, there are over 3 billion objects uploaded to Google Drive. 2 years ago, at Google I/O, we launched Photos as a way to organize users' photos using machine learning. And today, we are over 500 million active users, and every single day, users upload 1.2 billion photos to Google. So the scale of these products are amazing, but they're all still working up their way towards Android, which I'm excited, as of this week, we crossed over 2 billion active devices of Android. As you can see, the robot is pretty happy too behind me. So it's a privilege to serve users at this scale. And this is all because of the growth of mobile and smartphones. But computing is evolving again. We spoke last year about this important shift in computing from a mobile-first to an AI-first approach. Mobile made us reimagine every product we were working on. We had to take into account that the user interaction model had fundamentally changed with multi-touch, location, identity, payments, and so on. Similarly, in an AI-first world, we are rethinking all our products and applying machine learning and AI to solve user problems. And we are doing this across every one of our products. So today, if you use Google Search, we rank differently using machine learning. Or if you're using Google Maps, Street View automatically recognizes restaurant signs, street signs using machine learning.